Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slaying Hope. And I got another video for y'all. In this video, we're going to be doing another law of the 48 laws of power. This one is law number 7. It says, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. You see this all the time. Let me read the judgment real quick. It says, use the wisdom, knowledge, and the legwork of other people to further your own cause. Not only will such assistance save you valuable time and energy, it will give you the godlike aura of efficiency and speed. In the end, your helpers will be forgotten and you will be remembered. Never do yourself what others can't do for you. This one is a good one too. It's not that long. They don't really go in depth to it. But think about it. Get others to do the work for you. We see this all the time. I had a friend, for example, she used to work at a law office, right? She wasn't a lawyer. She was a lawyer's assistant. And the lawyer's assistant basically do all the work. They do all the research. They do all the putting the case together. They do all of the, the nitty gritty work. And all the lawyer does is show up. He picks up the portfolio or whatever, that's at his desk, right? That his assistant made, all the research and everything that they put together. And all the lawyer does is go about his business, maybe present the case, and he looks good, right? So the lawyer is here sitting, he's making 6 figures or almost 6 figures. But then the assistant is making probably 3 times less the amount of money that he's making, or 2 times less. Whatever. The point is, the assistant is doing all the work, but they're not getting the same pay, if that makes sense. And we see this in a lot of other instances. For example, in the hood. And I always got to give you a hood example. In a gang, right? You have a hierarchy. You got the OGs, and then you got the young Gs, and then you got the foot soldiers. A lot of times when the foot soldiers put in work, they're usually getting sent by somebody of a higher ranking. So the people that are, the soldiers that are putting in the work, when the word gets out that this gang is responsible for killing or for controlling this territory or for doing certain things, who gets the praise? It's not the foot soldiers. It's whoever is running the gang, right? He gets all the praise. He gets all the credit, right, for what somebody else's work. I give you another example. Thomas Edison, that's his name? Yeah. Thomas Edison, he said, right? He said, everybody steals in commerce and industry. I've stolen he said, I've stolen a lot myself, but I know how to steal. So we see this every day, right? We see this on social media. And this is just a small example. How people steal other people's memes and they take credit for it. They just repost it on their page. That's why you see a lot of pages, what they do is they starting to, try to put their stamp. A lot of people that record videos or do certain things, they try to copyright their things, so people don't steal their content. But this is some things that people do all the time. Justin LeBoy is one of them, right? This dude literally got famous of stealing people's memes and quotes and posting it on his page, right? So this is a prime example. And there's numerous other examples of this rule, right? Get others to do the work for you, but always take credit. So you see this in the music industry. Let's talk about hip hop. Most of the people, if not all, that own these big record companies that are giving these deals to black folks and other folks, right, of color, they're usually white. They usually, belong to a European race or some sort, right? And they're controlling the music industry. They're controlling the money, right? They're making all the profit, and then they're giving you crumbs. They're taking credit. They're literally taking credit. Like these artists are signing these crazy deals to these record companies, and then they owe them. The last person that gets paid out of them deals is usually the artist, most of the time, right? You pay the record label get paid, the managers, the this, the that, everybody gets paid, right? The promotion people, everybody gets paid, and the artist gets paid last. So when you're talking about records, even though you might have sold a lot of records, right? You think you sold a lot of records, you didn't get no credit for it because you didn't get no money for it. You got a little bit of money, and the people who are claiming this, or people who usually own these people royalties, are not them, are some other people, right? So a lot of people are getting the credit for work that they didn't put in. And the last example I'm gonna give y'all is this. if you think about in the jungle, you got hyenas and you got vultures. Those are two animals who usually they steal the hunt that other animals kill, right? They steal the food of other animals. If you look at hyenas, that's what they do, right? They rarely they hunt on their own, but most of the time they're scavengers. That's what they call them. They steal the food that other animals killed. So in reality, they're not doing the hard work. They sit around and watch a lion kill some. They sit around watch a cheetah or watch whatever, a leopard. They watch any of these other animals kill something, and then what they try to do is come around and steal the prey. And the last example is about a vulture. When I was in Honduras, I remember my dog passed away, and I tried to. Well, I was going to bury my dog right at the beach. And this is how not great, but what's the word? This is how nobody can tell me that there's not a God, right? Because vultures, they have something. I don't know. I don't study vultures and stuff like that, but when something dies, something is notifying vultures that there's a dead corpse somewhere. There's dead flesh somewhere. Because as soon as I was walking to go bury my dog, vultures came out of nowhere. And you know, and vultures, if you ever seen vultures in real life, they hover so high in the sky, right? Like it's usually like 2 or 3 of them. Most of the time it's always like 3 of them. So they're like hovering, and I'm like, what is these birds, right? But yeah, they were vultures trying to eat the dead flesh of my dog, right? Because my dog died, and I was walking with my dog, and that's the first time I seen vultures, right? But yeah, when something dies, when sometimes there's even stories about when people cross the, I don't know why words are escaping me. When people cross the border, right, around them desert areas, around Arizona and like maybe New Mexico and stuff like that, that when people are on the verge of dying out of thirst because they're walking in the desert, that vultures come. Because it's almost like they know they're about to die. So this is just like the might and the power and the uniqueness how God create these creatures, right? So anyway, yeah, that's just this last point. Even vultures know that their job is they're just scavengers, right? Like usually if you can't survive on your own or something kills you, the vultures just come and pick up the scraps. So somebody else did the work for them, or something else did the job for them. So that's law number 7. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you like the content. Stay tuned for the next law. Peace.